gather before me. Hungry, terrified, clutching your babes to your breast. Emperor Emir has marched his legions into our lands, laid siege to every fortress from here to the Blue Mountains. Rabid and ravenous, he bites and bites away. Men of the North, you stand at the precipice. Your kings have failed you, so now you turn to the gods. And yet you do not plead. You do not kneel to dust your heads with ash. Instead you wail, why have the gods forsaken us? We must look into the trials we failed long ago. In a time past, our world intertwined with another through an upheaval scholars call the conjunction of the spheres. The gods allowed unholy forces to slip into our domain. The offspring of that cataclysm was the nefarious force called magic. Yet we did not banish it, instead studying the vile arcane for our own power and wealth. And the monsters at our door, the unholy relics of this conjunction. The trolls, the corpse eaters, the werewolves. Did we raise our swords against them? Or have we laid this burden on others? On so-called witches. Stray children taught the ways of foul sorcery, their bodies mutated through blasphemous ritual. Sent to fight monsters, though they could not distinguish good from evil. The flicker of humanity, long extinguished within them. Yes, their numbers have dwindled through the years, but a few still roam our lands, offering their bloody work for coin. To this day, they shame us with their very existence. The North bleeds, flogged by war. The battles are the gods' whip, chastisement for our sins. And let us not forget the terrors, the scourges from beyond our world. The wild hunt rides the sky with every full moon. The Dark Raiders abduct our children into lands unknown. Some say they herald a second conjunction. Can we chart a course back into the light? Will we find the strength to banish the mages from our kingdoms? Unite around the warmth of the eternal fire. Nigh is the time of the sword and axe. None will fight this war in our stead. Nigh is the time of madness and disdain.
Alright everybody, welcome to episode 1 of Husky Offset Plays The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Don't let the kiddies watch this one, everybody. This has got a definite R rating for language and violence, graphic, severing of limbs, and all of that stuff. And, not to mention, adult situations. And there are bare breasts and buttocks in this movie. Simulated, of course. And I'm pretty sure I have to blur those out to comply with YouTube's terms of service. So yeah, you'll be seeing some blurring. Not a lot. Alright, well, I have gone through and configured my graphics the way I want, so we are all set to launch into this. Let's get started with the new game. We're gonna go fresh start. And we're going blood and broken bones. And hopefully I won't get destroyed too often and get all ragey. Definitely not doing Death March. Definitely not doing Death March. But we're not doing the total kindergarten version either, or the slightly more difficult high school version. We're doing the full cottage blood and broken bones. And let's see, tutorials will be on. We are not going to be simulating a Witcher 2 save because I have not played The Witcher 2. And therefore, when it asks the questions, if you turn this on, there will be a point in the story when we go to the palace in Vizima where one of the NPCs is going to ask us a few questions about decisions we made in Witcher 2. Since I've not played it, I'm going to turn this off. Ew.
You know I don't find that amusing.
It wasn't meant to amuse, but to prod you to hurry. It's midday already. You promised Ciri you'd train with her. Go before Vesemir bores her to death with those etchings.
Well, we're bathing. Hard life. Witchery is a hard life.
So, later then.
See you later.
Alright, we're finally in the driver's seat. Welcome to The Witcher 3! Here we go, everybody. Alright, yeah. Yennefer, that is the glorious Yennefer. Okay, move. Right. Mini-map, yep. Objectives, yep. Use your Witcher senses to find the key to the bedroom door. Hold right mouse button to use my Witcher senses. Oh, look at that business. Okay, so yes, our Witcher senses are going to be very important. You will see me using it quite often. And you see that it has highlighted some objects in the room in red, and it has highlighted the doorway in gold. The red objects are, and also if you look on the minimap, you can see there are a number of small magnifying glasses which match the location of these objects that are highlighted. I will use this sense quite often because it highlights things you need to check out, which are highlighted in red, and things you can interact with, which are highlighted in gold. And if we go over and interact with this one...
You're running out of juice.
I know. You might bring me some more once you're done training.
And then we reactivate our Witcher sense. You can see it is no longer highlighted because we've done what was required. A lot of the red objects, once you interact with them and reactivate your Witcher sense, they will switch to gold. And you also notice some sparklies over on the desk that actually is highlighting the key, which when we get closer will highlight in red as well. We'll interact with that last though. Let's work our way around the room counterclockwise. Let's check this out.
Nothing but silver.
Gold clashes with my complexion. You should know that.
Yeah, we should. We're a good boyfriend. We should know that stuff. What am I walking into there? I was running into that chair apparently. So, make a note. When we buy presents for Yennefer, we should always get silver, not gold. She doesn't like it.
Got any clothes that aren't black or white?
Undergarments.
Undergarments, you don't say. Our undergarments are not highlighted, so we don't need to investigate them, unfortunately. Alright, what else we got here? The key. Oh, what is this?
Lilac and gooseberries. Of of course.
Geralt, stop fingering my toiletries.
I am Geralt. I will finger whatever I want to. Alright, we have now picked up the key, and the game tells us we can unlock the door. Before we do that, let's check out this magnificent view out here, everybody. Oh.
Shit. Mountain Pass is beautiful as ever.
You can hear down below, if you look between the pillars and the railing, we can just barely see Ciri down there training. We will be interacting with her later. But look at this magnificent view. Beautiful. I bet that air is crisp and cool too. Alright. Let's get back inside and continue on with our mission. We have unlocked the doors. We can now open them and head downstairs. Now, there are objects in this room down here which you can see are Witcher senses highlighting, which means we can interact with them. In most cases, it's loot. Unfortunately, as we get to the bottom of the stairs, it's going to go to a cutscene and we can't loot that. There's Vesemir, our mentor.
Old Witcher's fast asleep. Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course. Guess she prefers practice to theory.
What?
Time to wake up, Master. These lessons so boring they put you to sleep too?
Damn it. Had her taking notes on ghouls and owl ghouls. Wanted to rest my eyes a bit.
Making her slog through that brick? No wonder she took off.
John of Bruges lacks flair, true, but he's reliable. Not like the hogwash they print nowadays. She's tackling the pendulums, right? How many times do I have to tell her? Don't train alone. It only embeds your errors. Bring our young damsel to the lower courtyard. She wants to practice, she'll get to practice.
Oh, let's see. Let's not get mad at her.
Don't get mad at her.
Why the hell not? The whippersnapper refuses to do as she's told.
You like that about her.
Fine. I suppose I'm partly to blame. But this has to end. Now. Killing monsters is not something to be taken lightly. Ciri must understand that, if she's to become one of us. I'll see you below.
Wrong. Now I see why you were so eager to practice. Strike. You're not in a circus. Pirouette. Wrong. Footwork. Enough. Get down.
With a flip?
What do you think? All right. Take off the blindfold. You've got work to do. Your reflexes are still slow.
Maybe for a witcher.
Think drowners or striggers will go easy on you because you haven't undergone the mutations? Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any strigger. Disobeying his instructions? Unwise.
Well, yes, but that book was horribly dull.
I know. And you know that's no excuse.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Better not. Vesemir said if it does, he'll make you eat a bowl of slugs covered in salt.
You!
Exactly. So you'd best behave. Come on, we'll practice with the others down below.
Shall we run the walls?
Alright, here's a tutorial for the movement controls. Climbing up the walls, climbing up ladders.
Of course. This a Witcher school or an elven bathhouse?
To the bottom.
Alright,
If you fall.
we'll race with Ciri. Better hurry up. Better hurry up. Ha ha!
What did I tell you about breathing? Through your mouth, in rhythm with your steps. Ciri, cut it out.
I don't cut her any slack either. Ah! She's catching up. She's catching up.
I win.
Your legs are longer.
Yep.
I'll show you yet. Just need to grow a bit. Oh no, Vesemir's got that look.
What did you expect?
Some fellow Witchers.
Anything to say for yourself, young lady?
I'm very sorry, Uncle Vesemir.
Young blood craves action, I understand that. But when you fight a beast, knowledge counts as much as your silver sword. At the very least, you ought to be able to tell a ghoul from an owl ghoul.
By markings, like unto the Panthera tigris that in Zerrikania dwells, and by the sickly paleness of its visage.
So you did read the chapter. Still, you should have asked if...
But you were asleep, Uncle Vesemir.
Hey, don't get smart.
Don't try to weasel your way out of this.
A witcher must know how to trick his opponent. You said so yourself.
Might have. But don't use my words of wisdom on Vesemir, got it? That's playing with fire.
Fine, we've talked enough. Geralt, you're with me, Lambert with Eskel, Ciri with the dummy.
Again?
Stop groaning and grab a sword. What do you think? Should we start by reviewing the fundamentals or go right to free training?
We are going to do the fundamentals. And you'll notice one thing about the Witchers, whenever we run across one, that they've all got scars. Although Vesemir seems to have fewer than everybody else. But yeah, every Witcher's been through the stuff.
Should work on the basics. Even skilled masters need to hone the fundamentals, and Ciri's barely a novice.
Draw your sword, Geralt.
Alright, combat. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. We have two swords. A steel one for use fighting humans. Ordinary beasts. And we have a silver one for fighting monsters. We have signs, these magical things that we can use. We have a small number of them. I don't know, I think there's like 5 or 6 different signs. And we can also brew potions and oils. Potions we drink give us various boosts and abilities, and the oils we apply to our swords that give us damage bonuses against certain kinds of monsters. We will learn all about them. Press 1 to draw our steel sword. Let's do that. Press C to select or deselect a target.
Quick cuts. 1, 2, 3. Strong strikes now. Give it all you got. Never lock your elbow when striking, young lady. Dodge.
Position, Ciri. Footwork. Remember.
To dodge to one side, indicate a direction using WSD or A and press Alt, or you can just press Alt, which is what I usually end up doing, because anytime I try to dodge in a specific direction, by the time I figured out which direction I want to dodge in, remembered which keys to press, the thing has usually hit me, so I usually tend to just hit Alt and the game will dodge. So when I see Vesemir wind up his strike, I hit Alt. Oh, okay, now we're learning a different one, rolling, which is to use the spacebar. There we go. We will dodge out of the way, or roll out of the way.
I'm too old for this shit.
Speaking of training Ciri,
Parrying. Ciri,
she's likely
see
to
how
be more of
Geralt
a
holds
challenge.
his sword? It's angled.
What am I supposed to parry? I'm fighting a stupid dummy.
Pretend now, live later. Riposte! Strike! Counter-strike!
Alright, so now we're learning this riposte function, which basically, when we see Vesemir start to do his strike, we release and press down the parry button if we're already holding it in like I am, or if you are not yet in the parry position, you just press and hold the parry button, and your character will not only parry, but will will bump him with his body, knocking him off balance, and then you can do a counter strike.
Maybe a storm.
Who's next?
Slice your jugular. And one.
Now, young lady, to bring the day to a close, we'll go over a few witches' signs. Let's start with Quen.
Alright, there's our 5 signs that we know: Yrden, Quen, Igni, Axi, and Ard. We're going to learn about Quen. Let's see, that is a shield. So we point at it.
Ciri, Quen is sometimes called the Witcher's Shield. Now watch carefully to see why. Damn it! Cast Igni, Geralt. I want to see sparks fly.
Alright, Vesemir has activated his Quen. We are now going to cast Igni, which is a fire spell.
If not for the Quen sign, I'd be aflame by now.
You're on fire, buddy.
Alright, Geralt, come on.
Alright, well, Vesemir not letting us get a break here. We're going to use Ard, which is a, like, force push, sort of.
See that, Ciri? Ard will knock any... Time for Axi. Damn it. I hate this feeling.
Axi is like mind control.
Axi can really muddle your mind. Erden now. Show her, Geralt. See this, Ciri? Couldn't move if I wanted to. Throw a bomb. Don't worry, Ciri. Quen will dampen the blow.
Alright, so we can target specific targets with our bombs by aiming it and... Alright.
Fine. Enough. Continue training at will.
I elected to end the training session.
Whoa! You really showed him, kid.
Ciri, get down here.
A little she-devil. Soon as she's back, we'll set her to polishing all the swords at Kaer Morhen.
Find that helmet? Ciri? I'll make sure to find every last blade for you. What the? Vesemir.
I've long awaited this, and you, White Wolf.
No.
You all right?
Had a nightmare.
About?
Take forever to explain.
Dawn's some way off. We've got time.
Started in the guest room at Kaer Morhen. I was relaxing in the tub, and next to me,
Triss?
Yennefer. Funny, isn't it? She's never been there. Seemed so real in my dream, though.
Was she nagging you about something? True to life, indeed. We'll find her.
I know we will. That's not what worries me. You've seen her tracks. She's at full gallop all the time. Breakneck speed through wild lands, devastated battlefields. She's in a hurry to get somewhere. Or fleeing something. Either way, it means trouble of some sort.
Be surprised if she wasn't in trouble. She's always poked her nose in beehives. Courtly intrigues here, mages' conspiracies there. What do you expect?
Don't know. Guess I thought once we were finally reunited, things would be calm. At least for a while.
Calm? With Yennefer? Good luck.
In the dream, I went and found Ciri. Then we trained.
Those were the days. Little she-devil. I've trained kids who were faster, stronger, but none had her character. Didn't end well, did it? Your dream?
No. A wild hunt appeared, attacked Ciri. I couldn't move, stood there like a stump.
It was just a dream.
You notice in a lot of these conversations we have one or more selections that are in yellow and one or more that are in white. The white ones typically are not required, but they give you extra information a lot of times, and they'll dump you back into the same dialogue. So if you want to shortcut it, you can just pick the one of the ones that's in yellow. But if you want add the extra information. You pick the ones that are in white first, and then make a choice from the yellow ones.
That's the problem. It was more. In the past, when Ciri'd appear in my dreams, something was wrong. She was in danger.
We taught her how to defend herself from anything, wraiths included.
Be dawning soon. Time to go.
Wait. Show me the letter from Yennefer. Might have overlooked some hint in there.
Didn't overlook anything. We were meant to meet in Willoughby. That's what she wrote. Meanwhile, one army or another burned the village to the ground. All we can do is follow her trail, so...
Stop talking for a minute and give me the letter. Oh, how about that? It does smell of lilac and gooseberries.
You were gonna read it, not sniff it.
We must meet soon. Willoughby near Vizima. Nothing else to guide us there. What's this postscript? I still have the unicorn?
That is personal, private information, you nosy old guy.
That's private. Very private.
Aha, I understand. At least I think I do. Maybe not entirely, but perhaps that's for the best.
Back on topic. How's it look? How far behind Yennefer are we?
2 or 3 days. Trail's fresh, but it looks like it leads towards the main road. Could be muddled there. Wait, hear that?
I hear it. I smell it. Ghouls.
Okay, here we are. We're getting our first combat. These ghouls, we have to fight these ghouls off. So we have auto-drawn our silver sword. Oh. All right. There we go. And we're learning about adrenaline points. Blah, 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 blah.
Of course, when armies pass, necrophages follow. Let's go before any more show up.
And here we learn that we can eat food or drink to replenish our health. Our health bar is that thick red bar to the right of the glowing-eyed wolf head thingy up there at the upper left corner of the screen. Above that, in white, is our experience bar, so we've got some experience points from defeating these ghouls. Now, here we are about to learn the most important thing in the game. Looting. 225 experience, thank you. Well, that actually was from completing that little sequence, not from killing the ghouls itself. Okay, let's eat a piece of bread. And as that is digesting there, you can see the green circle going around. Our health will go up slowly. But I was talking about the most important thing in the Witcher game, which is looting. Yes. Now, if we look at the minimap, you can see there are a number of things highlighted on it. There is a orange circle which is marking the objective of our current quest. Our current quest is to follow Vesemir, so that's highlighting Vesemir's current location. You can see some green leaves. Those are these plants. We can harvest those plants, which we will do. Also, there are some black X's highlighted with red. those mark the loots from the dead ghouls. And if you activate your Witcher sense, you will see all of these items except for Vesemir will be highlighted. So the plants are now glowing yellow. There's some more plants up there, and there is a notice of some sort posted on the tree. We should read that. And you can see there's little gold sparklies coming out of where the dead ghouls are. And you also notice there is an object there in the grass, and if you were paying careful attention to the intro scene and just before it switched to the dream that Geralt was having, that bird skull, the bird that was accompanying Yennefer, that went through that guy's, went into his eye socket and out the back of his head, and then later on seemed to burn up and fall to the ground, and there was a crystal skull. That's the crystal skull. So I'm going to go ahead and loot that. We don't have to. My understanding is that later on in the game, if we don't already have it, we will have to come back here and get it. So I'm going to grab it.
Bird skull and black crystal. Why do I think this is Yen's?
And now we are going to loot these ghouls. There are... Always pick up all the loots. We're going to grab this. We'll get the rest of those flowers in a little while. Let's get that. Mushrooms. Let's read this notice. Bandits. Okay, so this region we're in is Temeria, and another outfit, the Nilfgaardians, are on the warpath. They are undertaking a program of expansion, so their army is on the move. It's attacking its neighbors, and they've attacked this region, Temeria. They, in fact, killed the king, and they have basically taken over. So they are annexing Temeria. And, in fact, there is a battlefield nearby that we're going to end up going through and picking up all the loots there as well. And here we can see the local commander, this Captain Peter Saar Gwynleve, has got notices posted, and they're warning about some former Temerian soldiers who have turned to banditry since they have gotten... their army has been destroyed. You can gain important information from these notices, so we should be reading those. And the flowers that we're picking are what ingredients that we use in the brewing of our potions and stuff. So we can also sell them. There are certain vendors that will pay us for these flowers and herbs that we pick, and I will be picking them. Yep, there is the battlefield that I was talking about. We aren't going to get down into there right now because we will be coming back to that later. I am, however, going to grab... You'll notice a lot of the bodies are highlighted, which means in theory we can loot them. It's not always practical. Like those ones that are up on the spikes, I don't think we can get to. We've got some more ghoul bodies to loot. Let's get those. The bodies have now disappeared, but the loot remains. Always, always, always loot the corpses after you have been in a fight. You don't want to miss some important ingredients. And if we look at our inventory... Okay, we're going to learn a bunch of stuff. Here are your currently equipped items, our armor and our sword, our food, various other things we're carrying. This is our travel bag. There are different categories of items given by these tabs. There's our statistics, our vitality, and our toxicity. Drinking potions increases our toxicity, and if we get to 100%, we die. So you want to be careful about that. let's see, equip an item, blah, blah, blah. Look at the various tabs and stuff. Food and different categories. Inventory items. Press. See how a given item will look on Geralt. Press X. Okay. Alright, stuff. Okay, finally. So if we look at... Okay, here's the quest item we picked up. Here is a thing. Let's go ahead and read that. This is Yennefer's letter, the one that Vesemir was sniffing earlier. And okay, here we go. These are the loots we picked up from the ghouls. They go into this crafting category. And you'll notice that these things in the box that pops up, the leftmost item, which looks like sort of some sort of, I don't know, bell or something there, where it says 0, that's the weight. And to the right of that is the value. So these items, crafting items and alchemy items, have no weight. So it doesn't matter how many of these we pick up. There's no weight penalty, which is why I pick them up whenever I can. Alright, so now, normally one would hop on our horse. Geralt names all of his horses Roach. So whatever horse he has, it's always called Roach. And normally we could hop up down there and follow Vesemir, but I'm actually going to run because I'm going to loot more of these flowers.
Ever tell you about this sorcerer I knew? Couldn't stop talking about how useful they are as creatures.
Because you can brew potions from their blood? Where do you think you're going?
Don't listen to Vesemir. He'll wait for us. And the game thinks we don't know how to summon our horse, so it's because we've strayed far away, so it's gonna try to be helpful. But I know that business. I'm just looting flowers because...
No, because by eating rotting corpses, they prevent epidemics.
Did he know they eat the living as well?
No. Really upset him, too. His theory collapsed.
Here is another important item in the game. These signposts. This is the way we fast travel in this game. If we run up to the signpost and we do the fast travel option, it will show us the map, and here we are on our map. And here is this signpost. You can fast travel to any other signpost that you've discovered. This is the only one we've discovered so far, so that's the only place we can go. Whoop. So we will continue to follow Vesemir here and loot more flowers on the way. And we will read. Alright, it's the same bandit notification. Oop, mushrooms. We are gonna ignore those sounds. That's what distant noises sound look like when we have our Witcher sense activated. We're gonna ignore those for now. We will just try to stick somewhat close to Vesemir.
War's not exactly going our way.
We have a side.
The Northern Realms.
Radovid's realms, don't you mean? Temeria and Edirn are no more.
Radovid's pledged to restore the old borders as soon as he wins the war.
Believe that?
Gotta believe something. It's what keeps us going.
Oh, here is another signpost, so now we have two. I can hear flies buzzing. We're gonna ignore that business for now. we're just gonna loot. Oh, here is a item that we can loot. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Hello, little girl. Oh, most unfriendly. Oh, well, I don't want to deal with any psychotic little boys, so we're... Whoop. We're going to continue to follow Vesemir and loot. And we will get a cutscene here shortly. Yep, here we go.
We going?
Help me! Help!
Here's our first monster. Our griffin. I guess that's to go meal. Vesemir got tagged. Getting old. Not as fast.
Yeah. Come out.
Gods, that was close. I was sure I'd end up like my mare.
Provided you got lucky.
Your horse died quickly, but griffins like to toy with their prey. Eat it, alive, piece by piece.
You'd like a reward, I suppose.
Now, I tend to follow the theory that you don't always have to demand as much money as you can possibly get. So I'm gonna say that this guy doesn't owe us anything. The game strongly seems to suggest that you should never do anything like killing monsters unless you're being paid. But we didn't negotiate ahead of time with this dude, so yeah.
You don't owe us anything. You were in need. We helped.
And they call witches heartless. Say they won't lift a finger without pay.
They also say mice are born of rotting straw. Back to the trail.
Like I said, leads to the main road and ends there, muddled.
You seek someone?
Yeah, we're looking for Yennefer.
Yes, a woman. Medium height, long black hair. Seen anyone like that?
No. But there's an inn here in White Orchard. Sole one around. Gets its share of travelers. Perhaps you'll learn something there? Besides, the innkeep's my cousin. Tell her Bram sent you. She'll treat you like family.
Not a bad idea. Especially since that wound needs cleaning.
Ah, beast barely grazed me. But sure, could use a good rye. Nice and cool, you know, straight from a cellar.
Let's go.
All right, now that that little bit where this guy Bram said that his cousin owns the inn and to tell her that Bram sent you, you don't get that if you asked him to pay you a reward, and you don't get that much money from him. So I tend to favor not trying to squeeze as much money out of everybody as we possibly can, because there are a few people that will reward you with things that are of more value than the amount of money you get from them. But I gotta say, this man's haircut is not doing him any favors. Bowl cut Bram, that's what I call this guy. Oh man. That is not a good look. Not a good look, sir. Let's activate our Witcher sense, see what we can find around here. Okay, there's another signpost that we went by. So now we know 3. Whoops. And we've got some more. We got some more flowers to loot. I'll restrain myself a little bit to move the story along here. Hello, Roach. Hang out for a second there, Vesemir. I'm gonna pick some flowers. Oop. Okay, we have to move him along here. Oh. Let's get these. Looting.
So, a griffin this close to the village? Strange.
My thoughts exactly. In a forest or the mountain, sure, but here? And near the main road.
Maybe it's the war. Corpses everywhere, the stench of blood, burnt flesh. Drives monsters crazy sometimes.
Men, too. We need to watch ourselves in White Orchard. And we should leave as soon as we learn anything. You lost a marble. Turn around.
Hey, watch your mouth there, old man. Alright. When you're looting stuff, you gotta be careful that you're not doing it in front of the guards, especially if they're looking at you, because they generally frown on that sort of thing. But we do want to get all of the loots that we possibly can. Let's not keep Vesemir waiting too long. Hello, young man.
My dad had a sword once too.
Oh, good for your dad. Oh, another signpost. And here, it's going to talk about going into a populated area. Tells us that there are notice boards marked by that symbol, and that there are Witcher contracts and other information on those. Also telling us not to disturb the peace. Town guards and hired watchmen won't tolerate theft. And it won't look kindly on us messing with other people. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and loot these boxes because I happen to know that later on, there's no guards here right now, but later on there will be, so we wouldn't be able to loot them. At least not as easily. And I happen to know that if we go around the front, we're gonna activate.
Me gran told me about the Smith's boy.
If we get close to Vesemir, we'll activate a cutscene and go into the inn there.
Look at me. So it worked. Except it was some drowner that had sapped on me.
And I want to pick these up.
What did the folk do? Ain't like they could have sewed his head back on. Word is they laid his corpse to rest.
Some cows here. Hello, cow. Hello, ladies. How's it going? Washing there, are you? Hello, geese. Alright, let's join Vesemir. Hey, watch where you're going, buddy.
down before there's trouble.
That is a coat of arms, the Temerian lilies. They've a right to hang there.
This ain't Temeria no more, old man. It's Nilfgaard now.
My arse it is.
He's up there, buddy.
What? Witches?
I'll not drink with Weaverlaw's freaks.
Whoa. You're on the list, buddy. You're on the list.
Beg your pardon for those thugs.
No need. We're used to it.
Folk are jumpy round here. Armies just passed through. Now a griffin's prowling about.
Already had the pleasure. Ran into your kinsman, Bram.
Bram? How is he?
Alive. Sends his regards.
Master Witches. Food and drink on the house. What can I get you?
Okay, we're learning about dialogues, and that symbol means that that is a shop that we can buy and sell things. So let's find out about these other things. These other ones are in white. Let's do those first.
There a contract on that griffin?
Nay, not at the moment. Used to be. Soon as a beast had built a nest nearby, the alderman would start a collection, or go to the lord for help. Now the aldermen don't use the privy without asking the black one's permission first. And seems they hanged the lord. So no contract.
Shame. We might have done something, but not for free.
Yeah, see, they sort of pound that not for free business as being the Witcher's Code, but I'll explain what the real Witcher's Code is a little later.
Pretty busy place you got.
Nations on the move. Some search for kin, others just want to get out of the way of the armies. They all need food, drink, and a night's rest in warmth.
So, war's been good for your trade?
Aye, so far. But it'd be best to know peace again. Times like these, you never know what tomorrow will bring.
Alright, let's take a look at what she has for sale.
Show me what you got behind the counter.
Buy and sell items. Double click on an item. Escape, get out. Okay, now, over here are her items. She has 168 crowns, which is the currency here. And she has a number of items available. And on this side is our stuff. We have 250 crowns currently. And you'll notice that we have these 4 roasted chicken legs that we did not have before. That's what she gave us when she said food and drink on the house. So if you are one of the players that did not help that guy for free, he tries to squeeze some money out of him, you got a few crowns out of it, but we got 4 roasted chicken legs instead. And you'll notice, let's see, this isn't exactly the same thing, but look how expensive they are. 42 crowns a piece. So buying 4 of them, 168 crowns. That is a good chunk of our money. So by helping Bram, and I think you get, I don't know, like 10 or 20 crowns from him, we actually gained something that is a lot more valuable than the money we would have got. Now, you'll notice she has a number of these Gwent cards. Gwent is a card mini-game that's built into the game. And I am not going to be playing Gwent in this playthrough because, one, I suck at it. And I tend to get frustrated when I lose. So nobody wants to see that. And so I will not be playing Gwent. But if you are going to be playing Gwent, I would suggest that you buy her cards sooner rather than later, because following the normal sequence of events, you are going to lose access to her in the not-too-distant future. So you might want to buy these Gwent cards if you're going to play Gwent. But like I said, I'm not going to. And I'm also not going to buy any of her food items and these other things. We don't need them. And we could sell her... Let's go ahead and sell her these 2 items. She won't buy everything. Like, she's not interested in the flowers that we picked or any of our crafting items. But let's sell her these furs. Old goat hide for 6 crowns. I like it. And then we will leave. And finally do our last item.
Looking for a woman. Raven-haired, violet eyes, dresses in black and white. Riding in from Willoughby. And, strange as it sounds, lilac and gooseberries might have smelled that.
I've not seen nor smelt such a lady. Believe I'd remember.
Yeah, especially hard to forget this one.
Plenty of travellers about, though. Folk from all over. Might be worth your while to ask after her.
Alright, dialogues marked with that symbol and the conversation. So we have done everything we can. You can see these items are grayed out now. So yeah, we're done with her.
Thanks for everything.
Let's grab a table.
Help you bandage that up?
Please. I'm not decrepit yet.
Then I'll ask about Yennefer.
Mm-hmm. Just remember, we'd rather not draw any attention.
Black One's been out measuring the fields.
Let him measure. Better that than burning the harvest.
Oh, Drommel. Drommel, you're dumber than a headless cockerel.
Yeah,
Why are they
Drommel.
marking out them lines, eh? They're passing out their patrimony. Give it to their own.
Okay, so we now have an update on our... Well, actually, we have a new quest. Lilac and Gooseberries. We're supposed to ask all these people about Yennefer, see if they've seen her.
I'm looking for someone.
And we seek some peace and quiet.
Out of my face, freak. For your breath sours my beer.
Oh, another one for the list. You're on the list, buddy. All right. We're learning about this little symbol here refers to the Axii sign, so dialogue options with that mean that if we have a high enough level of Axii, we can use it to influence their mind and get what we want. So we're going to go ahead and try that rather than do the other option. This is sort of a general, sort of passive option. We just want to talk. This is a little more aggressive. Option number 3. That might lead to a confrontation. I'm going to try this.
Raven-haired woman dressed in black and white. Seen her? Talk.
Folks say the lady rode through the village a few days back. Galloping so fast she knocked Radabor into a ditch.
Which way did she go?
Dunno. Lots of tracks leading off the main road. Could have gone anywhere.
Oi, people! The freak's taken Micah's mind!
Uh-huh. And I'll take your tongue if you don't shut up.
Yeah, you're already on the list, buddy. Sit down. All right. Let's see what else we got in here. I'm using my Witcher sense. Okay, so there's a door that goes out, it looks like. Oh, it's locked. The back door's locked. Remember that. We try to sneak out in a hurry. Yeah, we got something back here.
Once more, there are 4 factions.
4 what?
Factions, teams, suits, similar to clubs and spades, except each suit has its own face cards. There are also special cards.
Wouldn't you rather play war? It's like to be near dawn before you get your game in the noggin.
Alright, so this guy with the funny hat is apparently trying to teach these other two guys how to play a card game. Spoiler, it's Gwent. Everybody plays Gwent around here. And here we'll learn something. We'll learn that cats, for some reason, do not like Geralt. Oh, this one seems to not mind us. That's interesting. Huh. Normally they hiss and spit at him. But here's our stash, which is marked by that symbol on the map. And we can access the stash in certain set locations around the map. And whatever we put in the stash stays in there, and we can pull it out in any of the other stash locations. So it's a good way to store extra crap that we don't want to carry around. And access later. So we don't really have anything to put in it right now. We have our we have our roasted chicken legs. We're gonna hang on to that. We have these items, which, as I said, there's no weight penalty, so there's no sense to move that into the stash ever. Otherwise, we've basically got nothing. All right, let's chat with this guy in the back corner here, Mr. Gunter O'Dim.
Looking for a woman.
Like everyone.
Not like everyone. And not just any woman. Mine smells of lilac and gooseberries, dresses in black and white.
2 schnapsies. It'll lift your spirits.
All right, well, sure. I'll have a drink with you.
Fine, I'll have a drink. Can we cut to the chase? You seen her or not?
Yennefer of Vengerberg.
Interesting. This guy seems to know Yennefer.
Never mentioned her name.
Yet you described her perfectly. And once I hear something, I never forget. Can't help it.
How do you know Yennefer, buddy?
How do you know Yennefer?
What a question. Master Dandelion's ballads, of course. The only way a humble merchant might hope to rub up against greatness. Unless, that is, he's as lucky as I am.
And runs into a very patient witcher.
Into Geralt of Rivia himself. The Butcher of Blaviken.
And who might you be, sir? Well, actually, let's do the know who I am option first.
Recognize me from Master Dandelion's ballads, too?
To your health.
The dandelion that they're talking about is a bard, a rapscallion, and a somewhat friend of ours. We will run into him later.
What do you do? Who are you?
A mangy vagrant. Gaunter O'Dim, at your service.
Vagrant? That a profession now?
Once a merchant of mirrors. The madding crowd dubbed me Master Mirror, or the Man of Glass.
All right, let's get to the chase, buddy.
You seen Yennefer?
Deepest apologies, but I must ask. Is this about love?
Well, of course it's about love. We're talking about Yennefer here.
Guessed it. It's love.
I knew it at once.
What do you know? Tell me.
Before you appeared, it never occurred to me that might have been Yennefer. Who would have thought?
Get to the point.
A Nilfgaardian scout from the local garrison saw her.
Where?
At their camp. She rode in there. Dark of night. Black and white. Gooseberries and... Yes, I know. Had a terse exchange with the garrison commander and raced off.
Where to?
I'm not omniscient. Ask at the garrison.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
We men of the road must stick together. Perhaps one day I'll be in trouble and you'll be nearby to help.
All right, well, that changed our quest, so now we are supposed to go to the Nilfgaardians. That's the outfit that came through and beat the crap out of the Cimmerians and took over, and we're supposed to ask them about Yennefer. And also notice, outside through the window, we can see those, remember those guys? This dude over here with the sleeveless thingy and the tattoos, he was the one that said he wasn't going to drink with any weevil-arsed freaks. So he's on the list. He's on the list, so we should be careful when we go outside. Alright, let's talk to these dudes. These card players.
What a waste of time. The Earth shall revolve around the sun before you comprehend these rules.
Got a minute?
Why not? Aldert Geert, Assistant Professor in Contemporary History at Oxenfurt Academy.
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher, with tenure. I'm looking for a woman. Long hair, dressed in black and white. Seen anyone like that?
Of course not. Unlike the populace, I know the horsewoman of war is pure poppycock.
Horsewoman of war, you say?
Horsewoman of war? What's that about?
Folks say an omen. A beautiful phantom rides the fields at night, looks as you described her. Armies follow her, and all who cross her path meet with misfortune.
I can vouch for the last bit. Know where they saw her?
No, facts interest me, not fairy tales.
Let's just go down the list here.
Not a place I'd ever expect to find a scholar. Take it you're fleeing the war?
Quite the opposite. Chasing it. I'm headed for the front.
Tired of life?
I seek knowledge, which I value more than life itself. I've a thirst no dusty old tomes can quench. I wish to see the Nilfgaardian invasion with my own eyes, understand it, and record it all in my chronicle, my magnum opus.
Interesting. We need somebody to describe war, what it's really like. Not colorful banners and generals making moving speeches, but rape, violence, and thoughtless cruelty.
Ah, I see you lack the polish of the Academy. Rape and cruelty are details of no import to the war's course. Trinkets on the garment of conflict, one might say.
Tell that to the people whose houses burned down. War reached Novigrad yet?
Nope, but it's only a matter of time. Nilfgaard on one bank, Redania on the other. Drooling over the city like dogs over a juicy bone.
Many a ruler's choked on that bone.
True. We value our liberty in Novigrad, and we know how to fight for it.
The scholars especially.
The sword is not the only weapon. Do not forget, architects from our academy designed the city walls. Walls no war machine has ever crumbled.
All right, well, it looks like we've done all the options. Let's say goodbye to him.
Gotta go. So long.
A moment, Witcher. You strike me as a man of the world. Are you familiar with Gwent?
No, and I don't have time to learn.
But the rules are quite simple. Come, let's play.
Okay, so if you are going to play Gwent, here is your opportunity to learn it by playing him in a game, and the game will explain to you the rules and stuff and try and teach you. Like I said, I'm not going to be playing Gwent. Also, we learned that dialogue options marked by that symbol of the two playing cards are options to play Gwent. So we won't be doing any of those. So I am not going to play Gwent.
No thanks. Got some other things on my mind.
Shame. I'd ask the locals, but since they can't count to 10, the rules are a complete mystery. Ah, well, I'm here if you change your mind.
Alright, well, good luck with that hat, sir. Good luck not getting your ass kicked. He's got a smart mouth for a dude with a really bad hat and not much of a fighting man, I would guess. He is a scholar. He should really be careful what he says to people. Alright, well, we've talked to everybody in here. Let's go outside.
Done drinking? Then fuck off.
Hey. All three of you.
Your kind here.
All three of you are on the list now. Alright, well, I'm I'm gonna go ahead and use the axie on them and see what happens. Maybe I won't have to fight them. I'm a peaceful person by nature.
Haven't done anything to you, so just calm down.
Of course no. He done nothing.
Horsen's working witchcraft. Get him! Ripping soldier!
Shut up and fight. Nice meeting you.
Alright, well we have... Hey, Roach, how's it hanging, buddy? Hey, quit pushing me around. Alright, well, we've had a bit of a dust-up here. We got the one guy that we used Axie on, and these other two... I hope I just knocked them out. I hope I didn't kill them. They... they definitely appear to be knocked the fuck out, at least. This guy's got blood all over him. During one playthrough, when I had this encounter... This guy had the bad luck to back up near Roach, and Roach kicked him and knocked him out. So that fight can get interesting. Alright, well, let's explore the village.
Freak.
Okay, and it's mentioning this because it probably made an automatic save. While we're talking about save, let's make an explicit one. Alright.
My gran told me about the Smith's boy. Lad went missing one day, so folk nabbed a witchman that was hunting nearby.
Let's use our Witcher sense, give it time to
Twisting and squirming, so wham bam, they knocked his head off.
spread out.
Except it was some drowner that had sapped on the kid. Witcher had naught to do with it.
Detecting stuff.
Ain't like they could have sewed his head back on. Word is, they laid his corpse to rest. I shall in a creek.
I'll swallow him whole.
Alright. You could sometimes learn interesting little tidbits by listening to the people when they're having their conversations. Now, if you recognize this guy...
Should we draw it or no?
Got to make soup out of something.
But Tosley said he'd not give his dog this water. Not with so many corpses rotting in it. It's sure to be poison.
Sure, not so sure. Who knows? Will you go to the well in Hovel instead?
Not on your life. I'd rather be ill than disturb a ghost.
Alright, that might come in handy later. Or not. Anyway, as I started to say, this guy here, does he look familiar?
We meet again.
Thank you for saving me. People say all kinds of things about witches, but I've always known yours to be an honorable guild.
So you managed to salvage some goods?
Yes, but I await the repair of my wagon. As time passes, my losses grow. Do you need something? I'll let it go half-free.
Alright, let's take a look at what he's got.
Let me have a look at your stock.
Alright. He's got some interesting things. He's got some Gwent cards, which don't interest me at all. He has some armor that we can't wear yet. It's requires level 4, and also look how expensive it is. This one piece, 485 crowns. Man, we could buy the shoes, or the pants, or the gloves, but only one of them. He's also got some items that we could use with Roach. He's got a saddle. And here's the thing I'm actually after, the saddlebags. Saddlebags, like it says, allow us to carry more weight. I'm going to go ahead and purchase that. And I'm also going to purchase these Amateur's Weapon Repair Kit. I'm going to purchase all 3. Because your weapons have durability in this game. That's all I'm going to purchase. I don't need to buy anything else from him at the moment. And I don't know that we can sell him any... Well, he would be happy to buy some of our crafting items. And we don't have anything else to sell him, so... we are going to say goodbye to him.
Take care.
Anyway, as I was saying, potions. Drag a potion to one of the slots. Let's go ahead and drag that, just to let the game shut up about it. Okay, as I was saying, our weapons have durability. So here you can see this sword has a 95% durability. And as we use it, it will go down. We've killed... we beat up on those ghouls with the silver sword, so it's also dropped from 100%. And if it gets to 0, the weapon is broken and it doesn't do any damage anymore. So we want to be careful to avoid that. And the way we avoid that is by either having a blacksmith or armor repair our weapons for us for a cost, or we use these weapon and armor repair kits. We only have the weapon kit right now. We have 3 of them. So that's why I bought them, because if we're out and around in the world and we've been getting in a bunch of fights and our weapons are broken, we're going to need to repair them immediately. Okay, let's see. We have an active quest. So if we look at our quests, we can see that we've only got our completed quest, and we've got this active one. And if we look at our world map, we can see, we zoom out, that it's marked where we need to go for that, which is way over here on this part of the map. I'm actually going to take this time to explore the village a little bit. If we look at our local area, we can see we're in the village. There's a whole bunch of buildings. And inside those buildings is most probably loot.
Me gran told me about the Smith's boy. Lad went missing one day, so folk nabbed a witchman that was hunting nearby, started poking him, asking him, when he started twisting
And you can see that the doorway is highlighted, and it has an open door symbol on it, which means we can...
What did the folk do?
Ladies.
They could have sewed his head back on. Word is, they laid his corpse to rest. Hush in a crypt.
They only know that one story. Okay, they're done. As I was saying, that open door symbol means we... Stop it. Means we can go through it, and you can see through the windows there's other items in there that are highlighted, which means you're on the list, buddy. We can loot them, so let's go in. Get out of the way! I know it's your house, but I'm a witcher. You can see there's a whole bunch of things highlighted in here, which means we can loot them. And you might think to yourself, well, isn't that stealing? Technically, I suppose it is, but this is the real Witcher's Code right here, as far as I'm concerned. It is our calling, our sacred duty, to detect and pick up all loots, because these people have such shitty lives that any material possessions are really just a burden. So we must take that burden on ourselves. It's part of the Witcher's Code, is that we must have the burden of carrying all possible loots. So I am going to loot everything. You will come to know and love that looting sound.
That wall was nice.
It is our destiny in life to acquire all loots. Alright, red, that means quest item, so we will run into Mr. Knapp here again later. So we have cleansed this building. Alright, and let's see.
Freak.
Oh, you're on the list too. Man, everybody's going on my list. And there, now you'll notice there's a guard over here.
Me gran told me about the Smith's boy. Lad went missing one day, so folk nabbed a witchman.
And one over here. So if we...
Is it true? Northern women bathe but once every 3 months.
Oh my god, everybody shut up. Shut up.
Witcher had naught to do with it. What did the folk do?
If we had not looted these earlier and we tried to loot them now, it would upset these two guards and they would promptly try to kill us. And we wouldn't want that. So I'm glad I looted them earlier. But let's look at our map. Let's see. So we've been through here. That's the inn. This is that little shelter. We've been through this building. Let's work our way west through town. Looting as we go.
The Emperor shall guide us straight to Novigrad.
Yeah, Emperor, yep. Let's...
Would you raise a glass with me?
It's Dervan now. D-E-R-V-A-N.
Let's...
Not Goidemar.
That's the back door to the inn that is locked.
I know what they named you at your cutty. What kind of name is that anyway? Dervan.
Nilfgaardian. My gran was from Nazaire.
Oh, so that's how it is. Then by my leave.
Hello, lady. Must have been a rough night. Alright. Alright. That is a building we've already been through. This one has a door on the other side. Let's go in this building here. One side, people. I'm here to take on your burdens. Getting a lot of dried fruits and nuts. It's as I thought. You guys are burdened by an overabundance of possessions. And there is a book. Let's go ahead and read that. Alright. We have cleansed this building. Let's get back outside. Continue our tour of the village. Let's read this notice. Wanted honeycombs. Will pay top coin. Large quantities welcome. Tomira the herbalist. Okay, that's useful information.
You're never to sing that rhyme again. Never.
Let's
Who knows what tomorrow will bring?
get out of the way, lady.
Kings do the fighting, but peasants do the dying.
Let's go into this building. Okay. Not much, but hey, it's our duty. It's our sacred duty.
May the sun shine upon you.
You're welcome, sir. You are welcome.
I knows what I knows. Elsa bears her rump for the Blackens.
Don't you look at me.
Whoa, she is ragging on somebody named Elsa pretty hardcore. And we can notice on our mini-map there are two things which have yellow exclamation.
Who knows what the morrow will bring?
Exclamation points.
Kings do the fighting, but peasants do the dying.
If everyone would just shut the hell up.
Making me a slingshot. What do I got to do to get me a sword like that?
Grass during the
Stay alive, which means keep out of my way. Now, as I was saying, we have two things on our mini-map which have yellow exclamation points. Those are quest givers. Let's see. Okay, we got this building and this building. Let's check out this building and whatever this is and this.
Who knows what the morrow will bring?
See, we did this building, right? Yeah, otherwise we would see yellow in there. And we did... Have we done that?
I think you've got it tough. You've a roof over your head. That's something. When the Black Ones laid siege to Vizima.
Yes, yes, we have. That's actually an interior doorway. Oh, it's telling us about notice boards.
Freak.
That, as it turns out, is one of the quest-giving thingies we saw earlier. Okay, so that is just a shed. And here we have some more plants. We have a couple of people
Greetings.
back here. They don't have much to offer us in the way of conversation. Oh, and we got some sacks. I don't see any guards. Let's grab that. Let's get these while we're out here. Remember, sacred duty. Sacred duty. Whoop, 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 whoop. Alright, we just have these buildings left.
Kings do the fighting, but peasants do the dying.
Alright, it doesn't look like we can go in this building, since the doorway is not highlighted. It's just a pig hut, so I don't think the pigs are hiding any loot back there. So let's check out this bulletin board.
Day in, day out, tavern's empty, not like before. So where's Elsa get her coin, I ask? She give tail to Blackens, I'm telling you.
You talk bigger bollocks than a Noonwraith's unicorn. Looking for trouble?
Another guy talking shit about Elsa. Everybody thinks she's a whore. I'm not sure if I should put you on the list or not. I don't know if I've met
witchers.
Oh, you made the list, buddy. You made the list. Congratulations, sir. All right. You'll notice that there's two different size things on the bulletin board. There's the smaller ones, and there's the bigger ones. The bigger ones are actual quests. So let's investigate those. All right, here's somebody named Dune Wildenvert, whose brother Bastian apparently went off to fight the Black Ones with the locals. And he hasn't returned, and he would like us to investigate the battlefield so that he can at the very least bury his brother. Let's go ahead and pick that up. Here is one from somebody named Odolan. And he wants us to kill a monster at a well. And if you remember, there was a lady down by the river that was talking about how the river water was poisoned with the corpses, and she was thinking about going to a well, but was worried about a ghost. That's the same business. Let's grab that. And here we can learn some stuff. Let's see. Alright, this sounds like ex-Temerian military people are hanging out in the woods. And remember the notices that were posted about the bandits in the woods? These are the people they're talking about. You can pick that up. Alright, here we have something from our local commander, Captain Peter Saar Gwynleve. He wants us to know that we can enlist in the Nilfgaardian army for various benefits. A soldier fled from the army camp under cover of darkness. The wanted man, a recruit who recently volunteered to join His Majesty's Imperial service, goes by the name Odolan. He claimed to be a Kedweni by birth. Said King Henselt's misrule had convinced him to join the Imperial Army. He was part of said institution for a mere 2 days, but managed to eat and drink enough in that time for an entire regiment of dragoons. He took advantage of their meal plan, apparently. Anyone with information about this deserter's present location is to report to the garrison at once. Modest stature, wiry, thinning hair. He fled in his undergarments by squeezing out through the latrine's drainage system, and probably thus reeks like an old boar. Crawled out through the shit. Can be easily recognized by his voice, which has the telltale rasp of a hardened alcoholic. Nice. We will keep our eye out for Odolan. He will appear later on. All right. We can come listen to the local leader. It's Captain Peter Saar Gwynleve again. Speak on the subject of laws. Oh. You no longer live in barbarous land where every man does as he sees fit. You are now part of the great empire of Nilfgaard, and there are rules, buddy. There are rules, and you better learn them. You better learn them. All right. There are points of interest on our map. All right, that is in fact the quest we just picked up. And the other quest we just picked up. So quests are updated. It tells us about the contracts that we just learned. And if we go into our world map. All right. This is the map we've been looking at. Oh. Press space to continue. All right. Move around. Objects. World map. There's a smaller version in the corner. We can change the size of it. Make it bigger or small. Big, small. And we should notice it was talking about question marks, but I see no question marks on the map. And that is because if we look over here, we can see that there are different display options for the map. Right now it's in the default mode. There's general things. It dropped off quest markers off of that by going to general. We can show just quests. We can show undiscovered locations. We can show merchants and craftsmen, or we can show everything. I like to leave it in all. So now we have question marks. Oh boy, do we have question marks. And these are all points of interest. And we will be visiting all of these locations in due course. But for now, let's investigate this one, and let's pick up some more.
Raining is pouring, Emperor Mir snoring. He bumped his head when he went to bed and wet himself. Good morning.
Oh my.
I know you say griffin and all that.
Who taught you that?
What do you say we go fishing?
Chetty.
What do I know? Now listen careful.
All right, locals.
Again. Never. And you're not to play with Chetty no more.
But Chetty's my best mate.
Chetty's a little fool who'll get us all killed.
I think those plums are wreaking havoc on my gut.
That man is worried about his son being overheard by some Nilfgaardians disparaging the Emperor of Nilfgaard and being punished. And that is not an unreasonable thing to worry about. As you'll discover, the punishment...
Crickets. You chew them or swallow them whole.
The punishment for a great many offenses is summary execution. So yeah, you might not want to say shit about the Emperor in earshot of the Emperor's soldiers. They might decide that you're getting a little...
50 years!
Got a lump of bread today.
Up and smoke!
Viper-eyed Hellraiser.
So let's find out what Willis is so upset about. He's a dwarf, and he appears to be like some sort of blacksmith.
What the fuck am I to do? Eh? What?
He appears upset about something. Could be this fire.
What happened here?
Oh, got a wee bit chilly the night, so I set fire to my forge. Got it nice and roaring. Roasted some wieners. What do you think happened, dimwit? Some bugger set alight me workshop. I've lost everything. Everything!
Oh, well, okay. I guess that's understandable that he's a little upset.
Sorry. Any suspects?
Whole damned village. I've lived here half a century. Thought they saw me as one of their own. But everything changed when the Black Ones came. I'm the only smith around, so I got to service their garrison. Bang dents out of plate, shoe horses. That sort of thing. Nilfgaardians don't pay me a bloody copper. Just give me supplies and orders. But humans can't fathom that. They think I'm getting rich off their misfortune. That I sleep on a pile of gold like a ploughing dragon. They've stopped talking to me. Spit when I pass. And now this.
Alright, well, I can find your arsonist, buddy.
I can find your arsonist, provided you're willing to pay.
I've not much left, but I'll give you all if you bring me that horse in, so that he gets what he deserves. The night of the fire, I heard movement outside my hut. Went out to see if I could find any tracks, but found nothing. But then I haven't got cat eyes, have I? Good luck.
Alright, we have picked up a new quest, and I'm going to go ahead and track that quest. So now you can see on our mini-map there is a quest area of interest circled in yellow. Let's activate our Witcher sense and go back here. And Witcher's code is in effect, so we must loot. Oh, and we can see there is some red areas marked.
Making me a slingshot. Gonna hunt bears.
Good luck with that, little boy. I'm sure that'll go well for you.
Shavings from a tinderbox. Arsonist must have lit his torch here, tossed it on the roof, then fled through the orchard.
Alright, our quest is updated and we should follow these red footy prints.
Boot prints. A man's. Large.
Alright, so we're looking for a large man. Witcher's code. Okay. When I go into walk mode here. Follow these footy prints. Oh, it was running there for a short distance.
Stinks of piss and vodka.
So he apparently, there was a there's a vodka bottle on the ground there, and he apparently peed by this tree. That's exciting to know. Witcher's code. Witcher's code. Continue to follow these footprints here. Alright, we looted these plants earlier, but we've been far enough away from them that they respawned. So we get to loot them again.
Bram told me about the Smith boy. Lad went missing one day, so folk nabbed a witchman that was hunting nearby. Started poking him, asking.
And here's our footprints.
So wham bam, they knocked his head off.
Follow them over here to the river.
It was some drowner that had supped on the kid. Witcher had naught to do with it.
Took off his boots and went in the water. Probably wanted to cover his trail.
Real scourge.
Alright, so apparently we have to go into the water. I don't see anything on that shoreline over there, so let's go this way. And here's some loot. Oh, and here we go.
Something jumped out of the rushes. Drowners. But he managed to escape.
Drowners. Well, I'm sure we'll run into some drowners in short order.
Lost his boots in the rush. Tracks lead back to the village.
Alright, Geralt, that seems pretty obvious. Let's continue following the tracks. We could examine every set of these, but it's going to tell us the same thing, that he headed into the village, so we are going to head into the village. Hello, guard.
What do you want?
Got a lump of bread today.
I'd like a hat like yours.
The Emperor shall guide us straight to Novigrad.
Alright, so apparently the Nilfgaardians are aiming for Novigrad. Novigrad is a major city. It is the major city in this area. If we go to our map, okay, we can place markers on the map. Place special markers, blah blah blah. There's three different kinds of special markers, and there's a general marker. So yeah, we can place a general marker, which is helpful. If we go to the world map by pressing space, we can see that the area we're in is called White Orchard. There is the Royal Palace at Vizima. There is the Velen area, which is quite large. And there is a specific subsection of that map called Novigrad. This is the city of Novigrad. That's this area here. There is a smaller city called Oxenfurt that has the Oxenfurt Academy that the guy in the inn, the Gwent player with the goofy hat, he's from here. And there's also the Skellige Isles. Yes, Skellige Isles, yep. Yes. Big area. So we are currently in White Orchard, undertaking a quest for Willis the blacksmith. We are following the tracks of this. Oh my god, everybody just shut up. He apparently is in here, and you'll remember when we were in here earlier, there was...
here, but I'll recognize him by his wounds.
There was a guy in the back with red on his arm. So we will go back, and that's probably the guy we're after. Let's...
Drowner claw marks. It's gotta be him.
Nap, you scoundrel.
Nasty wound. Run into a drowner?
What the fuck do you care?
Whoa, our arsonist's a charmer too. Come on, Smith wants to talk to you.
I ain't talk to a non-human. Sons of bitches all, and dwarves are the worst. Greedy little magpies, do anything for gold, they will. They forge the blades the black ones put to our throats, am I not right? Listen, we can work this out man to man. I give you gold, you don't turn me in. My mum died a while back and I sold her tools. I've spent some, but what's left is yours.
Sounds like a drunken ne'er-do-well selling his mom's tools. Racist, too. So, you have the option of accepting the bribe, but I am not going to because I am a man of honor. I tell you, you'll not get away with this.
Magpies and dwarves might be greedy, but I'm not. Can't buy me.
Then I'll beat your fucking mug to a pulp.
Oh, will you now? You want to be on the list? So you can fight him, or you can use Axie. I'm going to use Axie.
Calm down. Now follow me.
Alright, so we have taken over his feeble mind, and we are going to head straight back to the dwarf. He goes slowly behind you, but you don't have to keep him close. You can just run at maximum speed back to the dwarf. And when you get there, you'll enter a cutscene, and he will appear as if by magic.
That's just it. Day in, day out, tavern's empty, not like before.
He's still singing the song, but we got new notices. Let's check that out. Let's see. The original ones, I think, will respawn eventually, but these are new. Let it be known that by order of His Imperial Majesty's High Command, all able-bodied men of White Orchard, able men of White Orchard must present themselves at the village inn equipped with shovel, hoe, or pickaxe of their own provision. The fields near the village are littered with corpses. That's the battlefield that we were near earlier. And given the warm spring we are currently experiencing, High Command fears the rotting bodies might bring contagion to the village. Alright. So they are worried about disease and want the villagers to bury the bodies. And that's our esteemed Captain Peter Saar Gwynleve again. This guy is very busy. Here's a guy that wants to borrow a plow because he wrecked his. And if you want to learn Nilfgaardian, They'll be happy to teach you for a modest fee. This guy, Ernest. A Vicovaro. Oh, and if you're poor, you can get some food once a week. They'll give you some rations. But if you are trying to cheat them, guess what? They'll kill you. So don't try to get free food unless you really deserve it and can prove that fact.
You took bigger bollocks than a new.
All right, let's get ourselves over here to Willis.
Never to see that rhyme again.
Turn in this.
Nothing at him.
Turn in this dude.
Hmm? What's going on? Here you go. One village pyromaniac in the flesh.
Nap? You? I knew your mum for years. Charged her nary a copper. This is how you repay me. I've had enough. Hey, soldier. A minute of your time, please.
No! Willis, I beg you. I was drunk. Didn't know what I was doing.
I've told you, Master Willis. We will help you rebuild once reinforcements come. The supplies have been ordered.
Not what this is about, mate. This here's the arsonist. A witcher found him.
The forge was important to the garrison. Destroying it was sabotage. No trial needed here. Just a tree.
Well, like I said, pretty much every offense seems to be punishable by death. And burning down that thing, the workshop, because they had use for it, that is a major offense. So yeah, he's going to be killed. See you later, Nap.
Harsh as punishment goes.
But deserved. You know, I hated the Black Ones at first, like everybody else did. Now I'm thinking they might just bring order to this place. Teach these layabouts some manners. But enough about that. Your reward. And I managed to save some things from the fire. Anvil's still whole, so I'm sure I can bang something out on it. You need anything, let me know. Give you a good price.
Yay! Whole 45 experience. And 20 crowns. Alright. Now, Willis is available to us as an armorer. We'll learn that a little later. There are two different kinds of blacksmiths. There's blacksmiths who are able to make weapons for you, and there are armorers who make armor for you. So he is an armorer. That also means that we will likely get a better price from him for armor items than we would from other merchants that are willing to buy the armor from us. So if we pick up some armor items, we should sell them to him. And we should probably also sell weapons to him until we find a blacksmith. Because we will likely get a better price from him for the weapons than we would from an ordinary merchant who isn't a blacksmith or armor. But if we find a blacksmith, we will likely get a better price for weapons from him or her than we would from an armorer like Willis.
A return customer. Welcome. What can I do for you this time?
Alright, let's take a look at what he's got for sale. Well, he has a number of items, including the saddlebags, and you'll notice we paid, I think, 183 from the other merchant. He is selling it for slightly more, so I'm glad we purchased. This is the same size, though. It's an additional... Oh, we never equipped that. I'll have to do that after we do this. Also sell us a shirt, which we don't need, a saddle, which we already have a saddle. And he has an armor repair kit. I'm going to go ahead. We have enough crowns. I'm going to purchase that. we don't really need anything else. He has a bunch of crafting recipes, but you don't need to buy these, I think, for the most part, because you will find random chests and stuff out in the world which have random crafting recipes, so you will most likely pick up most of these without purchasing them. And there's no reason to go out of your way to buy these, because most of these items, let's see, level 8, level 2. Okay, here's some, these actually we might want to purchase later on. Whoops. But not now. Oh, emerald dust. Oh my goodness, look how expensive that's really expensive. There's also various crafting components, which we may have an interest in buying later when we want to craft some items. Speaking of crafting, he can also, blacksmiths and armorers can dismantle items for you. So yeah, if you pick an item, it will tell you how much it's going to cost. So it's going to cost 10 crowns to dismantle this. We'll get wax and string out of that. So you can, if you need to get crafting items that you don't currently possess, you can sometimes break down your items into different components. I never do this breakdown stuff because I find that if I am diligent about looting, which you should always be looting. I've said that in other games that I play. Rule number 1, always be looting. In this game, it's specifically the Witcher's Code. So you should be looting everything you can get your gnarly little hands on, and you will find that you will not usually be short of crafting items if you do that. He is also able to craft, like I said, armor for us. And we currently, the way crafting works in this game is that the player learns the recipes, but you can't do the crafting. You have to have armorers and blacksmiths craft armor and weapons respectively for you. So we know the crafting recipe for this thing called Warrior's Leather Jacket. And we can see that one of the ingredients is the current armor that we're wearing. So basically it's an upgrade to our current armor, and it requires these ingredients here, none of which we have. But the little gold thing means that the person we're talking to has it and is willing to sell it to us. I do remember that he had wire. So that would cost us 24 plus 32 plus 63. We don't have the coin. And also it would cost us 39 crowns to actually make it. So no way can we afford that. So rather than paying for this stuff, we should continue to do loot, and hopefully we will find these items later on and we can do this upgrade, which looks like it's a pretty nice upgrade. You can also repair stuff, repair our equipped items. I'm going to ask him to do that. 13 crowns, let's go ahead and do that. So all of our items are now 100%. Let's exit.
So long.
Alright, so if we go into our inventory and look at our items, they should now be 100%. All of them. So. Alright, let's see. How far have we gotten through the... Oh my god, we already did that. Let's see, we have... let's see, this is Willis's workshop. We can't go in there. It's burnt anyway. I don't know that we've been in this... Or, let's see, we checked out those. I think all we have left is this building, these, and this, and then the outlying building. So let's check out the building to our right. we already go in here? Oh, no, we have not. We better get in there. Better get in there and do our duty. Oh, another book. I don't believe we actually need to explicitly read those. Any books that we pick up, if we come in here into glossary and we go to the book subcategory, it should have all of the books that we've picked up. And yes, so once we pick it up, we can always come in here to read it even after we've sold it. And we will find someone in Novigrad that is willing to buy books from us. So we will sell books to him later. Because as I've said, once we pick them up, we don't have to keep them in order to read them. We've sort of like instantly memorized them. We are picking up a number of dried fruits. Let's look at our food and drink tab. Oh yeah, we've got all sorts of stuff. Oh, I completely forgot about these saddlebags. We haven't actually activated them. We purchased them quite a while ago, and they add 30 to our maximum inventory weight, and that's listed right here. So we currently can carry 60 pounds or whatever weight units we have here. We're currently carrying 9. So if we move these into the saddlebag slot, we can now carry 90. Alright. This house is cleansed of all burdens. And let's see. We've got this building over here. Can we go in this building? Yes. No, we can't. We can't go in there. They are withholding the loots which are rightfully ours. A lot of people do that in this game. The peasants...
Crickets! You chew them or swallow them whole.
The peasants, as they say, are revolting.
Well,
Hard at work, I see. Don't mind me.
Well,
I'll just be harvesting all of your plants here. And while I'm here, I will go into this building and make sure I adhere to my duty to the Witcher's Code. Ooh. They were excessively burdened. Look at all that stuff. Yeah. Nice. Everloose, that is valuable stuff. Hello.
Sleep, child. Sleep. Sleep will lend you strength. She's a fever, has fainting spells. She's in a bad way, Master. A bad way.
Well, she's got a sick daughter, and we wouldn't want to leave her burdened by that stuff, so let's take that away. And here is somebody named Odolan, and if you've been paying careful attention, you will recognize that name because it turns out that he is the person that put one of the quests up on the bulletin board, ask Odolan about the contract. So if we had been tracking this quest, we would notice that he has a marker on the minimap. So let's talk to him, find out about this business.
Greetings, good man. Having trouble with your well? That's what I read.
Aye. 'Tis haunted. Has been for a good 20 years.
20? So why'd you put out a notice just now?
'Cause earlier on we drew our water from the river. But so many corpses floating in it after the battle it's turned noxious. My daughter Mandy drank half a pitcher. Fell dreadful ill, can't keep nothing down. She grows worse by the day. Herbalist claims you fight a fever with drink. And not beer nor cider, but water. Clear, pure water. And where am I to get that if not from the well? But first, the ghost's got to be driven away. And it don't let any man near.
Alright, let's find out about this ghost.
This ghost. Describe it for me.
Well, it's awful frightening. Awful.
I meant, what does it look like?
It looks like a woman, but fresh from the grave. Wears a dirty dress, all rags, its skin flaking off its bones, and it howls like it's suffering.
Some wraith. Or maybe an alp.
If you don't wallop it, Master, if you don't take care of it, that is, it'll come kill me daughter.
Well, we can't be having that. Alright, now we have a new option here that we haven't seen before. And it's this thing with the hands shaking, and that allows you to haggle with whoever you're talking to about the price of whatever you're being asked to do. I generally will not haggle. I tend to end up with earning most of my crowns by selling loot that I pick up. So I'm actually not going to haggle with this guy. I mean, come on. It's for his daughter. It's for his sick daughter. Come on. Why would we try to squeeze more money out of him? That's mean. So yeah, we'll help you, buddy.
Fine, I'll help. Where's this well?
In Havel, a settlement on the heights. It's abandoned now. No one ventures there on account of the ghost being about. Drive it off, please.
No problem, buddy. So that quest is now updated. And if we look at our map, we can see that it's a bit to the south. And in fact, if you remember, when we were standing near the two women that were washing their clothes up here, and they were talking about how the water from the river was polluted by the corpses, and one of them asked the other one, "Are you going to go to the well in Havel?" And she said, "No, there's a ghost there." This is exactly what they were talking about. So we have been asked to go kill that ghost. We are not going to do that right now. We are going to go back to our main quest. We're going to track that. And if we zoom out on the main map, we can see that that is up here. So this is where the local Nilfgaardians have set up their garrison. It's this castle that they presumably attacked and sort of wrecked and took over. So we're going to go up there, and on the way, we're going to pass a couple of these points of interest. There's one here by this bridge, and there's another one up in this swampy area. So we'll hit those two on the way to the Nilfgaardian encampment, and on the way we're also going to investigate these two buildings and see if there's anything to loot there.
Me dad had a sword once too.
Okay.
Oh!
Get out of the way, buddy. Alright, well, apparently we can't shove him out of the way.
Come on.
He sounds drunk. Alright, we can see on our map there's that yellow-orange marker that points us in the right direction, so we are going to head that way. Witcher's Code is in effect at all times, so we are going to activate our Witcher sense and we are going to loot these plants. Puffball, puffball. And you'll notice when we came out near the water here, we can see that there are in fact 2 chests down in the water. So we are going to go loot those because Witcher's Code. Let's swim out there. And we can actually reach it without diving. And look at this. Look at all this stuff. We have a crafting diagram and an alchemy diagram. Something called a Noonwraith Decoction. Let's swim to this other one we saw. Alright, and we can see that this is the one we saw earlier. And there's, in fact, a third one out there, and it looks like a bunch of plants. Let's go ahead and dive down. Yep. More crafting diagrams. Thank goodness for our Witcher senses. They are helping us out. Go ahead and do that left thing to get rid of it. Alright, we need to dive down again to get to this chest. More diagrams, more items. Let's go ahead and pick these buckthorn plants up. Keep a careful eye on our breath so we don't drown. We'll get these, and then we'll head back to shore. And we'll take a look at what we learned. Oh, look! Here along the shoreline, we went in way over here, but one of those buildings that we were going to check out has a quest giver standing next to it. So I'm going to get myself back to where we went in because I want all the loots. Oh, these plants have all respawned. We have been through here earlier. That's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to jump over the fence. Nice. Alright. We were heading along the road. That's where Odolan lives. We came down here. And we looted some plants. And then we went out. There we go. Puffball. Thought I could get me some mutton. I know it's frustrating, but I have to loot everything. I have to loot everything. Alright, there is one of the Nilfgaardian patrols. And here is a old ramshackle building. But always check it out, because there might be stuff in here. Turns out there isn't. But there could have been. And here is the other building with the person in front of it that has a quest for us.
Something moved. Hey! Anyone home?
Lost your key, ma'am?
No, not me key. Me pan. It's always sat there empty, this hut. That is, till the night afore the battle. A man arrived, walked right in like 'twere his own. Was standing at me window, peering at the goings-on. He must have eyed me, 'cause next I knew, there he was, coming my way. So, I grabbed me pan, for protection, see? But he just asks all polite, Gran, got any birch bark by chance? Lilac berries or even a few coals? Nay, says I. And you must be right daft to pester folk at night with such foolery. But I sees he ain't listening. Just staring at me pan like a magpie at a copper. Lend it to me, Gran. I'll give it back come morn. Was right baffled for what's he doing, frying in the dark. But I've got a soft heart, so I gave it to him.
Alright, I am fascinated by this.
Interesting. What hafpened then?
Afore dawn, another rode up to the hut. But come morn, only the first fella left, locked the door, hopped on his horse, and that were all I saw of him, and me pan. 'Twere old, black with soot, not worth much, I suppose, but I've no other. Will you help me, dearie? Bring an old widower pan. I could never break down that door myself. And in truth, I'm afeard to go in any road. Such a stench wafting out. Methinks the other fellow, well, that he's lying there.
Alright, well, we will gladly take on this quest for your pan.
Never taken on a pan contract. Fine, I'll go in, look around. You should wait here, just in case.
Alright, we're gonna track this quest. Activate our Witcher sense, and we can see that the doorway there is highlighted, and it has a symbol on it. And it turns out that if we call up our... Oh, more stuff. If we call up our quick access menu, we'll see that the symbol is for Ard, which is that sort of push thing. So the game wants us to use that against the door. You can also like hit it with your sword, and that will also do it. But I'm going to use Ard because it's very satisfying to blast that door. So now we can enter. And of course, Witcher's Code is in effect. Rotting flesh. That's loot of a sort.
A corpse. Explains the stench.
Alright, so we've got a couple of items in red. We've got this little thing on the floor here.
Cracked monocle. Interesting.
What's that, dearie?
Nothing.
Quiet, old lady. That exclamation point means it's a quest item, so we're going to go ahead, of course, and take that. We'll also take the rest of this stuff. And we'll take a look at this.
His throat. He was garroted. And some old scars.
Take a look at
Kind
that.
of soldier might have.
But when I gab to myself, they say I'm going barmy.
Quiet, lady. Talking to my viewers. Alright, so we've checked out the corpse. We got something over here. Oh my, look at all this stuff. Sword and some things, a couple of diagrams. Oh, and I forgot to take a look at the diagrams we picked up earlier. We'll do that. I swear we'll do that soon. Another quest thing here.
Documents, almost entirely burned. A few pieces still legible.
Found the pan, have ye?
Quit worrying about your pan, lady. Alright. Reading our burned papers here. We see that it appears to be... somebody was supposed to meet in here. Something to do with the war, it looks like. Alright, let's pick up her pan.
The priceless frying pan. Scrubbed clean. Looks like the mystery man didn't need the pan so much as the soot off it to make ink, write letters.
Found the pan, have ye?
Yeah, lady, Jesus. Oh, honeycomb. We can sell that to that lady Tamara whenever we find her. Let's use our abilities and light that candle. Make sure we got everything in here. Witcher's Code, we wouldn't want to leave any loots behind. Alright, let's give the lady her pan.
Here, your frying pan.
Mine? But mine were black with soot, and I could see myself in this one if I wanted. But them years are past.
It was the soot the man needed. He scraped it off to make ink. Must have had an urgent letter to write. Urgently burned some other documents too.
And the other fellow?
Dead. Round up a few boys and bury him outside the village. Deep, so the necrophages don't dig him up. And take my advice. Don't mention this to the Nilfgaardians.
Hang about! You've earned a token of thanks. Here, sonny, for the road.
What'd she give us?
Fry up a nice white fish for supper. Or a pie.
9 experience. Ooh, baked apples, 5. 5 bread. 5 apple juice. Well, that actually turns out to be worth it. Not for the experience, but for the loot we found in there. And for those food items that the lady gave us. And we notice, using our Witcher sense, that we have some more items to loot over here. And a sack over here. And let's check around the cabin. Oh, there's something behind it over there. Let's go around the other way. And I hear dogs or wolves or something. We should probably check that out as well. Alright. Scan for any more chests out in the water. I don't see anything. And I think this was the empty ramshackle building. We went in there, so we've now hit all of the buildings. We have not, I don't think we visited these. I don't think we've been there or there or there or over here. This actually is the place. This is where we need to go for the quest. This is something else over here. Interesting. So we'll have to check these outlying ones out later. I am going to investigate these wolves, and then we're going to get on our way up to the Nilfgaardian area. And you can see on the mini-map, there are some corpses up there that have loot associated with them, and it turns out the wolf pack has been busy in this area killing rabbits. And speaking of the wolves, there they are. Let's put Igni on. And let's deal with these wolves. Oh, there's a rabbit. Get some meat. Alright, wolf.
Show me what you got.
Oh. We better, Oh, we are just about dead. Let's get some distance. While we heal. Oh, they're still chasing us. Ah! Leave me alone, leave me alone. Okay, they seem to have lost interest in us. Let's wait to heal up a little bit. We'll keep eating our bread. While we're waiting for ourselves to heal, let's actually look at our alchemy. Okay, so here's the items we picked up. A Siderian Gambazon, which looks like that. It's actually slightly better armor than what we're currently using, but it looks so freaking goofy. I prefer this armor. Oh, actually, it turns out that it isn't as good as our armor. Especially resistance to damage from monsters. So we're not going to switch. We do have a sword, which is a steel sword, and it's better. Oh, but our Witcher steel sword has armor piercing on it. We're keeping that. Alright, let's look at alchemy. And formulas, yes. Let's see. I was gonna make the swallow potion because this accelerates healing and vitality generation. We need a drowner brain. We have no drowner brains. Alright, well, we can't make that. Let's see how our healing is doing. There are some drowners over here. I happened to notice them as we were fleeing. We were getting close to this drowner. Let's see if we can kill these drowners and get a brain. Let's do a save in case we get killed. And let's eat another bread. And let's get into it with these drowners. Come on, drowner, fight me. Fight me. Off with his head. And he drops some loot. Maybe there's a head in there. Or a drowner brain. Oh, perfect. That could not have worked out any better if I had tried. So let's get... Yeah. Learning. We're learning. Alright, we can make this swallow. Alright, inventory. Potions. Let's add that here. So we now have access to it using the Y key. And you'll notice my health is not healed up very much, but if I drink the swallow and then eat food, the healing is accelerated. So let's do that. And boy, look at her go. Look at her go. Oh, there's a point of interest nearby. Let's go get those wolves first, and we'll come back here. We got close enough to it, so now it's not a question mark on the map anymore. It's filled in with what it is, which is a hidden treasure. We are almost fully healed. So swallow, very useful thing. Alright, wolf.
What now, you piece of filth?
Yeah, you piece of filth. Dog tallow, that's good. I was hoping for that. We are going to need that later. Let's get the rest of these guys, along with the rabbits they killed. Rabbit pelt, we can sell that for some money.
Show me what you got.
Oh, we got killed. Damn it. I didn't make a save after we fought the drowners because I'm a big dummy. So we're going to have to do that over, and we may not get the drowner brain. Oh, it did. It made an autosave for us. So that actually worked out pretty well. And let's see. Okay, if we go back towards the wolves, we should redo that thing. Yep. And we need to do the swallow and eat the food. This time, I'm not going to be a dummy. Oh, there's like a random horse out here. Hello, horse. We can actually ride these random horses if we want. It's not considered stealing for some reason. Alright, wolves. I'm gonna replace that previous save. Alright, wolves. Come get some. Alright, they're over here. Oh, we lost all the dead rabbits. Damn it, we lost the dead rabbits. Burn, dog. Yep, we're getting hit, we're getting hit. Yeah. Yeah, what are you gonna do about it, dog? What are you gonna do about it? Alright, there's another one out here. Dog tallow. Awesome. And 2, that's perfect. That is perfect, because we are gonna need 2 of them. Alright, but we don't really need to kill that last one because I've got my 2 dog tallow that I was hoping for. Let's make a save. As soon as we're fully healed up. And we will continue on our way towards our quest. Make a new save. And if we look at our map, and I'm going to use the local marker to mark the hidden treasure, and we're going to investigate that. Oh, the other drowner. Oh, it must have killed the guard that was on that horse. Hello, drowner. Where you going, buddy? Ah, we didn't get any loot from him. And he hit us. Well, we'll have some bread. Oh, ooh. Ooh, we've got a some sort of quest-related deal over here. And I see a chest in the water there. And some more buckthorn. Let's investigate this chest. locked, it says. But we found the key, so we've got a book and some items. Let's, to whom it may concern, by order of the Legion Commander, the men bearing this missive are to be escorted north to the border post near Oxenford, where they will find a Redanian division waiting for them. As noble-born Temerians, people with money, they are under special protection, and not a hair on their heads is to be harmed. Well, how weird that rich people get away with shit that ordinary people will not get away with. Everything they carry is their own private property and is to remain in their possession. Any failure to heed this order will be punished in an accelerated military tribunal. Okay. Translation: mess with these rich people and we will kill you. Alright. Oh, that gave us a new quest. Let's track it and briefly take a look at where it is. Oh, it's back the way we came. Or no, actually, we haven't been over there yet. That is to the north of White Orchard. Or whatever this village is called. I don't know if the village is White Orchard or if the whole region is White Orchard. But regardless, the quest destination objective is up here where we haven't been yet. We haven't even been here. We've been down here and through this area, but we haven't been anywhere else. So we're going to do that later. Let's go back to our Lilac and Gooseberry quest, which is to the north. And while we're here, let's get this. You never know when you're going to need some buckthorn. Alright. Let's continue on our way. Another... Oh, this is the same horse we saw before, I think. Since I already have an excellent horse, I am not going to ride that one. Witcher's Code in effect. Follow the road here. Some buckthorn out in the water, but we don't really need it. Here's more Nilfgaardian patrols. I see a plant over here. Alright, we got some animals up here making noises. Oh, there is... That was one of our points of interest. That is a guarded treasure, so we have to defeat these wolves in order to loot the treasure. I'm going to go ahead... Whoop. I'm going to go ahead and make a save game. In case we get killed, because I apparently suck at doing this. Ha! Burnt you, wolf. I'm gonna retreat till we can rebuild our magic. Got another one. Dang. Stupid wolves. There you go. There you go. Heal ourselves back up. More dog tallow. And we have these other wolves we killed. Wolf liver. That barrel has the Igni sign on it, and it means that we can ignite it with Igni and it will explode. Had we been able to ignite that during the fight, we might have used it to kill a few of these wolves. There's a couple more barrels. that should get them both. We didn't need to do that. We could have just left them, but I like to blow stuff up. Alright, let's investigate this alleged treasure here. Ruby and diamond dust. Oh, here we go. All sorts of stuff. Oh, and look at that. That is a beehive, and if we use Igni on it, it will kill the bees, and then we can loot the honeycomb off the ground. There are more wolves in the swamp there. More honeycomb that we can eventually sell to that Tomira person. Oh, we're in a poisonous gas. We can use Igni to burn it off temporarily. It will come back though, so we want to keep our eye open for more poison stuff. What is this? Really? I keep running into it because I have my Witcher sense on and you can't really see it. You also don't want to be standing too close to it when you burn it off because it explodes and it will damage you. Oh, it's a chest. Oh my. Look at all that stuff. Alright. Now, one thing I learned in this game is that you definitely want to investigate. What is that? There is a red... What is that? I don't think I've ever noticed that up there before. As I was saying, you want to investigate around these buildings carefully with your Witcher scent activated because there's sometimes treasure hidden in them. There are plants, but there might be items to loot. There might be plants growing on the structure itself or hidden underneath. But more importantly, there might be chests and stuff. Okay, it was just plants, but there might have been treasure. You never know. But there is that red thing up there. What is that? Interesting. I want to discover what that is. Can I get up here? Can I get up there some other way? Yes, I can. What is that? I'm not sure I can get up there. To figure out what that is. Oh, it's a brick wall. You can. That means that we can blast it out with Ard. Let's see if we can reach it from here. Okay. Well, I don't think there's any way we can get up there, but let's try. Yeah, we can't get up there. Maybe we can get... There we go. Tuck and roll, Geralt. Tuck and roll. Maybe we can access it from the top. We'll have to keep that in mind. Here's some Nilfgaardians doing some push-ups. Army training, am I right?
Where the hell have you been, soldier?
Training, sir! Training, sir!
What kind of training, son?
Army training, sir! Army training, sir!
Yes? A That must be like a sergeant or something. Working out his men. Oh, here's another signpost.
You're strange, but a good fella nonetheless.
My reputation precedes me. Okay, so now we have a way to get out here quickly. Oh, and that symbol is a blacksmith. Now, since I've played this game before, and I don't think I've mentioned that before, I've played The Witcher. I've started it a number of times, small handful of times, but I've never played anywhere near close to all the way through. I've gotten, I think, as high as like level 30 or something, and I was just to the point where I was going to go to the Ardskellige region. So I was nowhere near finished with the game. So I do have a basic understanding of the game and a few little tricks here and there, but I'm not anywhere near having been played through the whole game. Alright, let's get... Our path is leading upwards. Let's go upwards. Yeah, homesick. I hear you, buddy.
Military camp. No locals allowed without the express consent of the garrison commander.
No kidding.
I look like a local to you?
You look like trouble.
Dead wrong. I make trouble go away. I'm a witcher.
A witcher?
Yeah.
Captain Peter Saar Gwynleve is in the tower. Turn right, past the gate.
Guessing your captain's got work for me.
This is the army, Nordling. There is no guessing. To the tower. Go.
Watch who you're ordering around there, buddy. And so we apparently are going to meet our local commander, the Captain Peter Saar Gwynleve that we've been reading about. Let's go ahead and get in here. Go into walk mode, and we are going... Oh my god.
Ebstreda, Marsandian Karbad.
Es disse verin, Nord-Est Ulfheiden en Meras.
Es drug Myras, es tuven Ulfheiden. Mera, Deich eten Nevan Eseth, Eseth Orden Keil Meker.
So those guys were talking about the merchant that got attacked on the road, which is the guy that we ran into. And the soldiers have no problem with us harvesting these plants, but we got to be careful about picking the loot. Because if you take loot in front of them, if you take their stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and we'll demonstrate that just once. Let's make a save, and I'm gonna loot this. These guys should see me, and they'll probably get upset. Okay. We get a warning. You're about to steal something in full view of the guards. Okay, so I'm going to escape to close.
This is too much.
Yeah, see, they're already on the alert now. If we had taken it, they would attack us, and yeah, they would kill us because all these guards would join in. Everybody would have an opinion about us stealing from them. So yeah, be careful. Now, using our Witcher sense, we can see that there is, in fact, a bunch of stuff back here. And if we're out of sight, we can get away with stealing it. So if I go back here, I think I can take this stuff. Yeah? So we're gonna be careful. We're not getting the warning. There's one more back in the corner, and I want to get it. Can I get it? Maybe not. So disappointing. So, you have to kind of use your judgment as to what you can get away with. And I would encourage you to make a save before you try any of that stuff. Let's see, if we're back here, can we get away with that? Apparently not. Sorry, bro. Sorry. Sorry, everybody. Relax. Relax. Relax, everyone. Take it easy. Nothing to look at here. Nothing to look at here, buddy.
We must requisition a share of your harvest.
Aye, Your Excellency.
I know there is little left in your granaries. But soldiers are men too, and so they must eat, correct? How much grain will your village give?
Whatever you say, Your Excellency.
Look at my hands. Look. See the calluses? These are not the hands of an excellency, but of a farmer. So we speak peasant to peasant. How much can you give?
40 bushels. There'd be more, sir, but our lads, the Temerians, that is, took from us earlier and...
You will give 30, and that will do. Let us settle on it, and I wish to see the transport soon.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you kindly.
I summoned only the elderman and the smith, Willis. But it is said he is a dwarf. You are too tall to be him.
Well, that's pretty observant there, Captain.
Very perceptive of you. Geralt of Rivia, Witcher.
Vatgern. This explains why I did not hear your footsteps. What do you seek here?
Yennefer of Vengerberg. Where was she headed?
That is a military secret.
Haven't thrown me out yet. Haven't called the guards. So go ahead. What's your price?
There is a griffin in the area. Slay it. And then I shall see what I can do.
Why do you care about this griffin?
Because I care about people. The beast has killed 10 already, including a few of my men. To hunt it, I would need to mobilize the entire garrison, comb the woods, organize a batu. Simply impossible.
Too big a hassle?
No. Too high a risk. I cannot disperse my forces. Temeria's army we have crushed, but its common folk remain, ready to answer a call to arms. So, as to this griffin, I can sit on my hands, or hire a professional.
All right, we're obviously going to do it because we need to find the information about Yennefer.
It's a deal. Some questions before I start. Know where the griffin has its lair?
It kept to the Vulpine Woods at first. I sent a patrol there, 5 young men. A hunter found them 2 days on. They only recognized them because they wore our plate. Since then, the griffin has grown bold. Attacks in villages, fields, on the main road.
Meaning it's abandoned its lair. Gonna have to set a trap.
I judge from your tone this will not be easy. What do you require?
Well, information would be helpful.
Need more information about this griffin. Its sex, why it's abandoned its lair.
Shall I bring you witnesses?
They won't say anything I don't already know. I need to go where your men died. Look around. What's the name of the hunter who found them?
Mislav. He has a hut south of the village, very near the wood. Helpful fellow. A little strange, though.
Wonder what he means by a strange. And we need, apparently, some sort of herb?
I'll need bait. A specific herb. Buckthorn. Scent should lure the griffin from 10 miles off.
Buckthorn? I do not know this. But I am not yet fluent in the common tongue.
Mm-hmm. Probably mastered the basics, though. Hands up. Kill them.
No. First came idioms. Don't play with fire, for example. Go to Tomira, an herbalist. She lives near the crossroads. She will aid you.
Hey, I recognize that name. That is the person that is looking for honeycomb. So that'll be awesome. We'll know where she is.
Tomira and Mislav. Thanks.
Esundjakten.
Okay. If your current quest has more than one objective, you can choose which objective is tracked by pressing B. Alright. New quest, the Beast of White Orchard. Let's... see. Ask the hunter... complete the griffin contract. Okay, so we now have a bunch of different quests. We have the main quest line, we have the secondary quest. We picked that up quite a while back from the notice board. We picked up the Devil by the Well, and we now have a treasure hunt. Okay, yeah, that other quest that we got from the Hidden Treasures is under a category treasure hunts. So we have all sorts of exciting stuff to do. Let's, where is the Tomira? What's going on with that? I'm gonna go ahead and make a save. And take a look around with my Witcher sense. Now, I remember during an earlier playthrough, actually it was my first attempt at recording this episode, which I got rid of for various reasons and redid it. But I was going to demonstrate how the guards will attack us if you loot in front of them by looting this stuff. And in that instance, I was able to loot this and nobody got upset by it. And I couldn't figure out why. Maybe it's because we're standing behind this post and he can't see us. But in any case, I'm going to see if that's still the case because there's a chest there. Okay, we don't get a warning. And nobody's a... Okay, that is somebody practicing, I hope. Yeah. Alright, thanks bro, I'll see you around. Apparently he doesn't care if we loot that stuff. And we have this blacksmith down here that we need to talk to, the quartermaster. Let's do that.
Password.
Dunno any.
So, out for a little walkie, eh? Counting the Emperor's swords to lull you to sleep? Well, in the army, we've a place for nosy ramblers. The scaffold.
And thick-skulled quartermasters. They got a place.
You're clearly skilled at banter. And haggling? You got a knack for that as well?
Alright, we have a shopkeeper option. We have a crafting option. And we have this option number 3. Let's go ahead and do that, see what that's about.
Morale holding up around here? You boys think you can win this thing?
Ah, a spy after all. Or one to stir trouble.
Neither. Just curious.
Right. Well, tell anyone who cares we will win this war, because Radovid is mad, as everyone knows, and we've an extraordinarily well-drilled and well-supplied army. Incidentally, did you wish to buy something?
Okay, that Radovid that he mentioned is the king of Redania, and having dealt with Temeria, the Nilfgaardians have moved on and attacked Redania. Let's see what he's got for sale.
Show me what you're peddling.
Oh, he has all sorts of weapons, and we are going to go ahead and sell him the sword that we picked up for 4 crowns. And let's see, he has, what does he got here? Amateur's weapon. Ooh, we have just enough to buy that. I'm going to go ahead and do that. He also has a crafting. He's got some... he has this magical one, and then he has some plain ones. And he has these runestone crafting things. His wire. And the sword we sold him. He's willing to sell it back to us for the low, low price of 39 crowns. That is awesome. How much will he give us for this? 22. Let's remember that and see what Willis will give us. Since we have fast travel locations, we can easily zip back here. If he'll give us more than Willis will give us. But let's see what he'll do for crafting. Yeah. Okay, we picked up a crafting recipe for a silver sword. It is okay, it's level 12 required. I was going to say that is a huge upgrade from our current silver sword. An additional 125 damage, but it requires level 12, so we're definitely not, and we don't have the silver to build it. And he can build us crossbow bolts if we're inclined to do that. All right. Repair. Oh, I don't have enough coin. Wow. 4 for that, 11. Oh, wait. What happened? Did I? Oh, I bought the repair kit. I was gonna I had some coin. I was sure of it. I'm down to 1. Alright, so we are going to
so long.
Take our leave of this guy, but now we know a blacksmith, we know an armorer. Oh. And we have these things. There's an armor table, and there is also a weapon sharpening place. Let's go ahead and use these. Grindstone. So now our weapons and armor will work a little better. I wanted to grab those. We can harvest these plants back here. There's also some additional stuff you can loot in the back if you happen to be out of sight of these guys. I'm not going to bother fiddling. Oh, I ran through the fire like an idiot, and I got a little burned. Oh, there's the guy that was swinging the sword earlier.
That is what you folk lack.
Let's see if we can figure out how to get back to that place where we blew out the wall. Where was that? Can we jump up there? Apparently not. I think this is where it was, though. It was over on the other side of this wall, so we have to figure out how to get up there. Looks like we would fall down over there. Is there a way we can get up into this place?
We have much work to do here. Quite a lot.
Oh, it's the where the captain is hanging out. Can we go out past him somehow? Can we get out through this window? That looks like it might hurt. I'm gonna go ahead and make a save again. Oh, we can. Is that where was that area? It would be highlighted in red. Whoa! Okay, well, that obviously was not the way to go. Alright, I can't climb up there. We have gone and gotten ourselves outside of the fort. We need to go back in. Oh, the other thing you can do with the gas is if you use Ard on it, the push thing, that will like blow it away temporarily instead of burning it off. So if you need to get rid of it and you're standing too close, that you'll hurt yourself with fire. You can use Ard to push it away. Where was that? I still think we should be able to get up there somehow. Oh, can we climb up here? I want to figure out why it let us blow that out. They usually don't. I mean, it's not like they randomly put that stuff for no reason. Huh. Alright, well. Let's get back up there and try to figure out how to get in there. Okay, we looted that earlier. Carry on, men. At ease. Okay, it's back. Okay, these guys are sleeping. That is mushrooms. Mushrooms. Oh.
Wind's howling.
Oh, that was where it was. Oh, it's locked. Oh, but there's stuff back there. Stuff that I want. Oh, they're medics. Oh, his leg is hurt. They're gonna cut it off.
Nordling?
That's rough, buddy. I'm just picking mushrooms here, picking mushrooms. You can ignore me. There's nothing going on. Nothing to see here. Let's see that. Okay, well, I could have just walked up the stairs, but is this? Oh, it's underneath us. It's underneath us. Can we get down there somehow? What happens if I fall off of here? Yes. Really? Come on. Come on, you can get up there. Go. There we go. Who's laughing now? Oh. Damn it. Really? Okay. Can we climb up here? No. I really want to get over there, because I have a feeling there's loots over there that I want to pick up. Alright. What happens if we jump up on this guy's table? Can we get over there? No. Okay, that pisses me off.
Heard of the Vryhead Brigade? Your kind served them. Non-humans.
Alright, well, apparently we can't get over there. At least I don't know how to do it. I think it's so weird, though, that they let you blast the wall out. Ooh, ooh, can we blast this wall out? These guards might get upset by me throwing the magic around, so I'm gonna make a save. Eh, apparently not. Well, that's unfortunate. But let's poke around over here a little bit, see if we can't... Yeah, I don't see anything else. They sometimes hide things. I don't understand. Can we blast that? No. Oh, maybe we can get a key some... Oh, and there's a magnifying glass over there. And I'm seeing loots out there. Why? Where do you suppose we get the key? If somebody knows, could you put it in the comments? Because I will come back here if I'm, later on in the game when somebody posts a comment about it. I'll come back and I'll get that loot. It's my sacred duty to get all the loots. I think this is locked. Oh, it's not. Ha ha! Ha ha! Go ahead and close. Hiding us from view. Really? We can't loot those? Really? Come on, come on. Daddy wants to loot. Daddy wants to loot. There, we got one. This is their grain stores, apparently. All right. Alright, well, apparently we can't do anything further in here. Eddie's men.
Heard of the Vryhead Brigade? Your kind served there. Non-humans.
Alright, now, we can't loot these items because these guards are, like, right here, and they're looking right at us. However, same thing for these. I'm pretty sure looting these is going to alert somebody. However, there is... You'll notice a gap in the bridge here, and there are some items further on. And... Oh, shit. Really? 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 Really, game? Really? Really? I'm only going to say it a few more times. Really? Ridiculous. Now I don't remember. I don't remember if we've looted other stuff over here. Okay, we went into a storeroom somewhere. It was over here. We got another one in here. I know we did. The game cheats. There we go. All right.
Heard of the Vryhead Brigade? your kind served it. Non-human.
All right, we're gonna try that. We're gonna try that again. There we go. See? Now, as I was saying, further down the bridge here, there are some items, including this chest. And if you're out of view of the guards, you can loot them. This gap, however, is too big. You cannot make that. And back we go. At ease, fellas. And we are now at the 3-hour mark. So I am going to do one more thing real quick. We are going to fast travel back to the little village, and we're going to talk to Willis and see if we can get... we now have a couple of these, and we could get 22 from the blacksmith here. Let's see what Willis will give us for these.
Poor, dark, and putrid.
Normally, I don't like to fast travel. I would rather run through the world because you miss a lot of those little things like chests sitting in out-of-the-way places. If you fast travel everywhere, you are guaranteed you're gonna miss some of those kinds of things. But for this particular case, where I am in kind of a hurry, we are gonna fast travel back here and talk to Willis, and then we will make a save and close out the episode.
I can't decide. Should we draw it or not?
Make soup out of something.
Greetings.
What will he give us for these? 15. So not as much as the blacksmith. No. Wrong. Wrong!
Take care.
I pressed the wrong button. Let's go ahead and make our way through the village, and of course the plants have respawned. We are going to loot a few that are on the way.
Kings do the fighting,
now.
peasants do the dying.
D-E-R-V-A-N, not Goidemar.
Pouring and Permit snoring. He bumped his head when he went to bed and wet himself the morning.
Kid is still singing the song. And I noticed that we missed a couple of items back in Willis's area. We missed that one. And we missed that one. Let's see what Willis...
A return customer.
Show me.
Alright, he will give us 23. Okay, so... hey, a crown is a crown. And we can purchase a couple more of these armor repair kits. No, in fact, we cannot. We could purchase one more. We've got 3 of them already. I'm going to leave at that. While we're here, let's take a look at crafting. Okay, we only need 1 piece of wire. Unfortunately, if we buy that from him, it will leave us without the crowns to pay for the actual crafting. So we are going to leave it there. I will hope to find an additional piece of wire next episode, and then we will come back and have Willis craft us this armor upgrade.
So long.
Alright. Let's go ahead and make a save. Alright, everybody. That's going to do it for episode 1. Thanks for hanging out with me. Go ahead and if you like the video, drop a like. If you think my videos are interesting and you want to know when I post new ones, go ahead and subscribe and hit the little bell icon to be alerted. Otherwise, I hope to see you in another video.